Welcome back to Kentucky Walks. I'm at the Wiley State Park, and this is an absolutely beautiful place. It has all sorts of activities, including cottages that you can stay at. It has a lot of recreational areas and also has a lodge. I'm going to walk over here so you can see it a little bit better. And you can come to the Wiley State Park. Also enjoy the theater. They have theater productions here. And you can go and stay at the lodge. And the lodge has some really good food as well if you have an opportunity to stop by and try it. This is the lake at Wiley. I want to walk down for a little bit closer view. It's hard to really capture the vastness of it here on video, but it is a very large lake. There's a lot of different points of egress that you can access the lake, and plenty of places where you can take your boat if you have one, and also enjoy the lake from the water rather than just viewing it from the shore. I hope that wasn't too shaky for you. I want to pan around just a little bit so you can see more of it. And I think that helps illustrate just how large it is, and it continues to stretch on well beyond what you're seeing right there. And this is an absolutely beautiful view of the lake. You can see the sun shimmering off of the lake, and again, it's extremely vast, and you can see just how large it is as we pan around here to see multiple sides of it. I'm getting ready to walk up one of the trails here at Wiley, and as you can tell, it's not just for biking, or rather not just for walking, but also for biking. And just like on the Prestonsburg Passage Trail, this is an area that's in Prestonsburg, Kentucky as well. And you can see that there's a sign warning you or letting you know of black bear, so you need to be cautious and know how to handle yourself, and they give you a few tips on the sign. And here's one of the signs marking the trail. We can go either direction. So let's start walking on the trail. that you may want to have proper footwear when you're on the trail. It could be muddy and it could be dry, just depends on the day, but you need to make sure that you're prepared with the right type of clothing as always, but the right kind of footwear as well. And here's another trail to walk on. There's several trails out here on Jenny Wiley. And again, they caution you about the black bears because you can see those. As I mentioned in a previous video, I've seen black bears around here. And you can see them from time to time. You just have to be prepared and to know exactly what you're doing. So just a word of caution. Also, it says here, to stop and read this so you're aware of this, because the campground from here is 1.5 miles, community pool is 3 miles, and the main lodge is 5 miles. And it also mentions some things that you have to be aware of. You can't bike on this trail specifically. There are trails where you can bike on. You can't take an ATV on this trail, and there's a few other things that's prohibited, but it's really enjoyable. So let's start up the path. It's got some stairs. We'll go ahead and walk up those stairs. As you can tell, there's a handrail if you need to hold on to something as you walk up the trail. And I do just want to mention that these trails are really, really nice, but don't be afraid to stop, look around, take a bearing of where you're at and ensure that you don't get lost. Because although this trail is really, really nice, you have to keep in mind it does transition. So the stairs that this specific, not all the trails are like this, but this specific trail, once you get to a certain point, you're walking up wooden steps, but then it transitions, and then you walk up a trail, but there is no steps any longer. So you just need to be cautious of that. If you start on one trail and turn around, to really pay attention to that and pay attention to where you're going so that you don't end up getting lost, which is another reason for you to be prepared and to have not only a cell phone, but other items with you to help make it back safely. This is just another reason to be watchful and watch where you're going, as much as Park Services try to keep trails really debris free in most areas. In this area, of course, this time of the year, there's limbs falling off trees, and they may be discarded, not necessarily by, of course, by Park Service or anything like that, but just by the necessity of the fact they're falling off the trees, and they could fall on the trail. So you need to watch where you're going, watch what you're doing, and be careful so that you have a good time. Okay, well, this is one of the areas at Jenny Wiley Place where you can stop and rest and take shelter, of course, from the rain if you'd like, but really just to stop and enjoy the beauty of the park that they also have here at the lake. It's a really, really nice location. And I'm going to walk over here to the other side where the dam is to show you what it looks like, and you have to be careful because there's a road, so you need to stop and look, make sure there's no traffic coming. It is a very windy day out today. Really nice. It's really warm, but it's very windy. Okay, now here are the steps you can take to get all the way down to the lake, and at least in this area. You can see there's a lot of steps, but I'm going to walk down them in just a second and show you what it looks like down at the bottom of the stairs. And as you can see, they have a sign. I'll pan up just a little bit so you can see it a little better. A sign letting you know that there's no swimming or sunbathing in this area. Just to give an idea of how far we've come down the steps, you can see it's quite a ways up there to walk all the way down the steps and then walk back up. And it's interesting to look at these markers and just see how far they stretch up. That was where we were looking, or that was the structure we were looking back on when we were at the top of the stairs. It's really, really neat. Thank you for joining me once again on Kentucky Walks. I hope that you've enjoyed this video and walk around Jenny Wiley. There's a lot more to be seen. You've only seen just a little bit of it. But if there's any place that you would like for me to visit or any place that you enjoy, please let me know down in the comments below. Also, please like, share, and subscribe, and check the description for more information. I'll see you on the next adventure.